Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
You never get enough of that Dog Claw video, bro.
I love Dog Claw, and I'll tell you what, the fucking PigzNiverse out there loves Dog Claw. D's already like Dog Claw, hell yeah.
About it.
And you know what? There's something about Dog Claw that is just so fucking LA, like not in a bad way, but that grime that you just want to kind of get dirty a little bit.
Especially
and like
that video, it's like a tour of like downtown. All the spots to go to.
Without
and
the homeless.
Like,
I didn't see any homeless.
There should have
been some homeless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then make it legit.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like, you should have seen a homeless dude like taking his shit like in the middle of Main Street or Broadway or some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a very, very beautiful glam light of LA. If you haven't seen that shit, you're not a true fucking native
When you
of LA.
see that, you've become an official Los Angelino.
That's right. And I tell you what, we're about to kick off this fucking episode officially.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
You're listening to Pigs Radio, broadcasting live from a secret location in Compton, California. The talk show that makes psychiatrists see other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists.
I saw you, but you're like, fuck this fool.
You know, all the growling, no one can hear you until...
That's right.
I keep telling
No,
you
he
that.
does it for me.
Oh, okay, he just does it for you?
asshole.
Oh, okay.
I do
That's,
low key.
that's cute. Aw.
Dedicated to Zack.
Yeah.
Because he's a bitch.
No, fuck you, man.
Bitch has
I
that.
mean, it's Zach, you are what you are, right?
Hey.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, I don't-
Okay.
He has zero fucking comebacks.
No,
Zero comebacks.
That's fine.
He's like Chris Rock.
I'll get
No
all
comeback.
Yeah, like that.
Too soon?
Too soon. All right, let's go, Mario.
All right, let's go. You can catch him Tuesday nights playing or losing at video games. It's the one and only Zack Rabbit Lopez. What's up, Zach?
What's going on, Mario?
Zach, what are you playing right now?
Still playing Fallout 4.
Can't pass it or what?
No, it's already done.
Oh.
Purchased some DLC, and I've just been doing a whole bunch of side quests. Barely found the main plot, but I've been sucked into leveling up and, modding guns and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Side quest. You got to pay for those downloads and shit?
DLC, yeah. But, I mean, the game is like 4 or 5 years old, so it's on, discount. So,
Oh, okay. There you go.
yeah.
I will say, though, video games, fuck you. You already got to pay fucking $100 for the fucking game, and you still got to buy shit afterwards?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Unfortunately.
Hey, man, they found a way to fucking, just rape you really good.
Yeah, the issue is you're paying $60 for a game that's not even finished half the time. Like, you get the game, and then it's like, here's another 15 gig down update that you got to do the day of. So it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it is. You know
then,
what?
And then you resell it at GameStop for like $5, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you got to go old school, like Sega Genesis cartridge games, no load. You're ready to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
That was the issues with these games. If there was that big of an issue, they just fucking recalled it. So
Yeah.
whatever. Money.
Who has a recall on himself? It's the one and only Evil Noriega. What's up, Evil
Hey, your
Noriega?
fucking tune-up is what I need. What's up?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's more fucking salt than fucking pepper right now. You all
I
right,
know,
man? How you
No,
feeling?
I'm fucking hanging in there, man. I'm trying, man. But, yeah.
Hey, Callie made a big
I
deal
got
today. She found my first white hair.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Congratulations.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't want
I'm going to
that.
hook you up with my Just for Men fucking connect, fool. Don't even trip.
Well, apparently it doesn't work.
Well, that's because I'm trying to keep it like
Well,
this, fool.
all right,
I'm
all
trying
right.
to keep it organic, fool. But,
Keep it organic.
My ball hairs, though, for sure, man. They're not great at all.
Oh.
Nice.
He dyes
Just for
those
men.
for sure.
Just for men.
Dyes those for sure. I don't even know how to segue from that, but I will tell you that today's episode I've been eager to get to. It's going to be a fun one. I've been all about lucha, fucking wrestling, pro wrestling. I've been going down the weird fucking rabbit hole with wrestling these last couple years, from being a fan to working with all kinds of oddball fucking
Well,
promotions.
Listen, I got to clarify something.
Yes.
So there was an issue last week, right, where we thought we had these gentlemen here last week, or there's a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame
Wait.
Alex for everything, but what's your thing?
Well, no, who's at fault? Like who?
Alex.
Alex.
Alex. It's always Alex's fault.
Damn.
And,
All right.
and it's my fault for believing in Alex, but I wanted to believe in someone. I really did. And it's all right. But Alex, shout out to you. You are making this happen. And he was able to get us this awesome fucking tag team.
What do we got?
Thanks for cutting me off, Zach, because I'm building up for you,
fine.
fucking asshole. You know what? I can't do this right, because obviously I'm too much of a fucking fan, but I brought in some heavy fucking guns, and I'm going to start this fucking music, and we have our own, very own official ring announcer, Pigz Studios.
Oh, all right.
Michael, are you in there?
Oh, I'm here, all right.
Why did it sound like you just fucking creeped out of like nowhere?
He woke him up from his nap, dude.
Oh, is
Come
that what
on,
it
man.
was?
It's fucking 9 o'clock or 9 whatever on a Sunday, dude. Come on, it's nap time.
All right. Michael, are you awake? Are you ready for this? Is the blood flowing? Are you semi-chub? Are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready like Freddy with a plate of spaghetti, baby.
Ooh. Let's get this shit. Michael, you got to do your thing, man. Tell us who's here in Pig Studios today.
Well, the velvet voice of independent professional wrestling smoothly brings to you... From West Hollywood, California, Ray Rosa's Pretty Peter Avalon, Ppray.
Perfect.
That was actually worth the
That
whole.
was
worth the whole.
beautiful, right? Michael, thank you so much for stepping in and doing some real goddamn announcing around here. And I know that, Michael, you've been able to call Ppray matches before in the past, right? I think you were telling me?
Yes, I have. I've called a little bit of their work, primarily their run as the AWS Tag Team Champions over an alternative wrestling show, and the ever so controversial Hate group that was a big personal favorite of mine, which ravaged the Southern California scene and popularized so many promotions, taking them from the brink. These two and many, many others that, and even beyond that, two personally very good people. They do so much for the younger talent, training some of them, guiding some of them, even beyond their own work inside of the ring. So much love to both of them. And Ray being very modest about it.
Just a little.
You gotta have that modesty. You don't want to be knocked down that peg or two further down the line. You just keep yourself low, stay low, and you don't have to get knocked down too far. It's my whole strategy.
Be humble, right?
Yeah, Peter, it's very nice to see you back around these parts. Your AEW run, very entertaining.
Is that where you are?
I think so.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's all over the place. But I'm
I'm
still
still
here.
you went for like 2 years.
Yeah, I disappeared to Florida. Because, the pandemic, we got stuck in Jacksonville.
Oh, whoa.
Lockdown.
It's one of the worst places.
Beautiful, beautiful Jacksonville, Florida.
I mean, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, wonderful place.
It's funny because when Michael just announced us from West Hollywood right now, it's a funny little story. I think the last Michelada Rumble we were on, we had a ring announcer who had a very thick, Spanish accent, right? So when he came up to us, he's like, "Where are you from? West Hollywood?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then Peter tried to correct him, going, "No, we're from the land of misfit boys." And then the ring announcer goes,
West Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. So Peter went, West Hollywood. And I go, yeah, there we go. I totally talk. I already knew.
Yeah, but we've since moved from West Hollywood to the island of Misfit Boys, where we now reside in our beachside condominiums. It's a duplex lot. They're connected because why wouldn't they be?
Right.
Of course.
They're docked.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Yes.
All right.
Because, you couldn't have it any other way without Ppray, right?
See you later. That was good. Can't stop that. I'm out of here. Home.
Michael, thank you so much for coming on and playing radio. I know you got to get to bed because you got a long day tomorrow, but I truly appreciate you being the professional you are. And I'm going to showcase some of your work in a little bit in this episode.
He's the velvet voice.
Hey, anytime. That's what I do.
That's right, man. Thank you, sir. You have a good night.
Night.
There you go.
Sleep tight.
That dude is fucking awesome. The first time I ever came across Ppray was actually at the Michelada Rumble. I'm obviously right before the pandemic was the first time I saw you guys together as this group, and apparently you guys been together now for about 10 years, right?
Yeah, we're working on our decade of dance, decade of decadence and dance. Yeah. He's the second longest relationship I've been in since my wife right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. How's that?
Wow.
Yeah, I hate him. You should see us on the road when we're driving
Ball and
places.
chain, ball and
So
chain.
like a married couple.
Yeah,
Dressed like
exactly.
a married couple.
Dragging me by my hair like,
All right,
really? We got to go where?
when he comes in and I got my face mask on and my hair in curls. Where have you been?
Yeah. I come out dressed exactly the same. Like, Ray, one of us has to change.
Both can't be the woman.
Definitely a married
We
couple
always refer to
already.
ourselves as we're like out of Edge and Christian and stuff like that. We're both the Christian. We're both the Marty Jannetty.
We're both Matt Hardy.
We're both Matt
Marty
Hardy.
Jannetty.
Yeah, we're both Charlie Haas.
Well, yeah. Good old. Yeah.
Good-
Shout out
good-
to Charlie Haas.
Good friend Charlie Haas.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, obviously we know the stuff that you guys are doing right now, but how did the Ppray even happen? Because we talked a lot about everyone's PP. We talked a lot about Ray's PP.
We were
need
talking
to
about
talk
why
about
not Ray's PP. Yeah,
right,
for
but
sure.
like, what we need
why
to talk
not
about
call it that?
Peter's PP too. So we
Right.
got to talk about everyone's PP on this episode, and we want to know like
A lot
what.
of PPs.
How many moons does Jupiter have? Like 9 or 11, something like that.
I don't know.
We were born on the 6th planet of Jupiter on the 1st of last millennium.
I think we need our tinfoil hat down.
Let's
Get it down. We need to all put them on.
we came out of this just as one embryo and just watched it split like this.
And we shot out.
So like aliens.
Yeah, no, we're not aliens. We're human, but like we're just born weird.
We're born weird.
That's the best way you can explain it, really.
I dig it. Well, here on the show, we do some intros, some Pigs icebreakers. So starting to my left, we'll get your full name. I know you're a wrestler. You tell us something about yourself. And aside from that, we ask for either a Pig's impression or a Pig's call or a dinosaur impression. Either one of those.
What?
Yeah.
All of the above. All of the above.
Yeah.
All right, what's first?
Let's get your name.
My legal name?
I mean, whatever.
You know, stage name.
Your performer name.
Yeah.
It's the same as your legal name.
If you prefer your performer name.
Yes,
yeah, for
yes.
Sure.
Somebody wants to
It's-
know about
it's
your-
Peter Avalon. I am
With
pretty
an A.
pretty Peter Avalon. I've also
With a
performed
P.
as professional Peter Avalon, and today I'm Piggy Peter Avalon.
Piggy Peter.
Exclusive. Ziggy Piggy.
I'll just ask for the snort, but I already got it.
I just want the ice cream. I'm here for the ice cream. Someone better bring me some ice cream.
We can make that happen for you.
All right.
We got
Well-
a full rotisserie chicken. Does that count?
It's not ice cream. man.
Oh, in the freezer. Yeah, we have one in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
We'll blend it.
Wait,
well,
there's
all right,
a
I like-
rotisserie chicken in the freezer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
remember?
Did you toss it?
No,
No.
it's still sitting
What?
there. Yes.
I didn't.
Your fucking
Puerto Ricans, bro.
Listen
Airbnb,
out.
your Puerto Rican
other
Airbnb
Puerto
like
Ricans.
clients.
Got it. Got it. We need to get rid of that. Thank you, Peter, for the snorts.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And much appreciated.
You're welcome.
And who's right next to Peter?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Immediately next to Peter.
It's me. Ray, his tag team partner and best friend, Ray Rosas.
There he is.
Oh,
wait.
best friend.
Okay. So best friend, is that self-appointed or is it? Did
who
you
el-
actually say it?
But who else
Did
is
he
his
say
friend?
it?
Who else is his
Yeah,
best
I
friend?
don't have many
I don't
friends.
know. Oh, so you're kind of limited on friends.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
Ray, and then I have Ray.
I knew if I just hung out long enough, I'd get in there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Just gotta
You're gonna
weather
get
the
the
storm.
job. You're gonna get
yeah,
the job.
weather the
Sure.
storm. Weather the
Yeah.
storm. Yeah, just I'm here. Wherever you find Peter, most likely find me standing next to him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But that's about it, really. It's just there's not much about me besides just being Peter's tag partner.
That's not true. I was like looking all kinds of stuff up, and obviously you've held some championship gold across, a bunch of promotion out this way, man.
Yeah, I again, it's just you stick around long enough, people are just gonna throw belts on you.
Okay.
But no, I just recently won the 2021 SoCal Uncensored Wrestler of the Year.
Congratulations, yeah.
I think I won that more for my backstage help and work than I did for my in-ring work. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I've been training and coaching a lot of young talent now lately, and it's real rewarding. It's like being a dad all over. I mean, I'm a dad, but I think that helps because in the wrestling business there's a lot of babies.
Yeah. Patience. Ray has a lot of patience. For sure.
But now do I do a pig thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or
that's
di-
what
or
we're,
dinosaur.
that's basically we're waiting on.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's prolonged.
Oh, you're going hog wild, baby.
Chop hog.
He gets in there. I love it.
He brought the bacon. He brought the bacon.
Yeah, you did.
So as you guys formed Ppray, How does Ppray become Ppray?
Well, first off,
how'd
we
you
have
guys
to
meet? How
we have
did
to
you
we
guys
have to
meet?
drink a lot of these.
We drink a
Okay.
lot of beers. Yeah, we make sure to have a tall boy because I got to loosen my hips up. It's yeah. Ppray was accidentally.
Sweater's coming off.
Yeah, it just kind of came about on Twitter, and then the fans started calling us that, and then I think Joey Chaos was the first one to put it on a flyer. So we were just like, well, we can't think of a name.
We were bouncing around on the circuit, right? Because he was, I think Peter started a few months before I did. So we, when you're wrestling here in SoCal, so you're going to run into the same group of people, same amount of wrestlers. We wrestled each other one time, and it was at EWF, and Justin Borden, a referee, a good friend of ours, was who was refereeing that match for us. It was a singles match for the EWF Cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
And he was telling us, like, you guys have such good chemistry. You guys can have these great matches against each other, or you guys be great tag partners. And we kind of like, okay, cool. I think we were at the moment we were working on getting our own footing as individuals,
just
wrestlers. Yeah, just
yeah.
wrestlers, because again, we're breaking in the
Both
scene.
rookies, yeah.
And then we, on a couple.
I'm sorry, how long ago was that?
Ooh, that'd have been like
2009 or 10.
Yeah, but when we started.
I couldn't give you an exact time, but I want to say it was
roughly like
2000.
12 years,
I think it was 2009.
Yes, and then we did a couple like 6-man tags where we were partners together, and like we would have better chemistry with whoever our third man was. Then we did like PWG, and then we did like a couple of Championship Wrestling Hollywood 6-man tags, and then we, like I said, we had really good chemistry, and then we found out like somewhere down the line that we were born on the same day. Like, like legit, we were both born on
Same year also? Or
No.
I was gonna say, it's like, it doesn't
As you
look.
can tell from all the gray hairs and the way I talk,
It can't be the same.
I'm the older one.
He's the older brother.
Well, I mean, never know. You have kids.
Yeah,
I'm starting to experience that.
But it's just like not only that, but we had just similar mindset when it came to putting our matches together and how we wanted to perform.
A lot of stuff we would say we would just kind of like finish it. Like that,
like food.
Each other sentences.
Like food.
Yeah,
Like
or
just
we'd accidentally
pick
call
on
the
his
same. We'd call the same spot, I'd call it a
same idea.
half second before he did, or he called it a half second before I did.
Or Peter would have an idea, and I would have a way to verbalize it better.
Right.
But I'm like, I know what you're saying, but you mean this, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, it's exactly what I mean, and vice versa too. Or I'm like, dang, I just don't know where I want to be at this moment, and then he would, be able to elaborate and help me collect and finish my thought. And so, we were working as like this makeshift put together tag team. I think at some point, it was my wife was a big proponent of it. She was trying to push us to become like a full-fledged tag team, and I think we were both having our doubts because we didn't know how the other was. Like, well, I don't know what he wants to do, and then he was like, oh, I don't know what we're doing. So it's like she was like, you guys feel the same way.
We were having trouble finding an energy to run with, like an actual vibe and gimmick. Like we weren't dancing. We were dancing very later. The current incarnation is very later than what we were doing in the beginning, and we still can't figure out where the dancing came from. We just started dancing to this song, to Obsession, and then it just kind of stuck. But we couldn't figure out really an energy.
And even the song was like a last minute decision. Like we were booked for our first time as an actual tag team. Like and then from that point on, we were a tag team.
Yes.
So we had one song picked, and it was "Be My Lover."
Be My Lover by LaBouche.
Was
the one I thought.
So
of.
I
was gonna guess like Kaja Gugu.
That's a good song too. That's a good song too.
Too shy or something.
So that's what our first choice was. I think we did one show where we weren't a team at that point, but they played that song for us on our outro.
I wrestled Scorpio Sky in a match, and I believe I lost. Then they did something where I think I got beat down. Ray saved me, and then they played my music to play me out. But they played not the music I came out to. They played the "Be My Lover" by LaBouche, and me and Ray kind of were selling, and we lean over to each other, and we're just like, nah, this isn't it. This isn't
the one.
No,
yeah,
it's
that
too
wasn't
fast.
the one. So again, with the next show we were on, and we're sitting behind the curtain before the show started, and we're trying to like work together, work out some stuff, and Peter just out of nowhere goes, "How about a session by Animotion?" And before he was able to even finish the sentence, I just said yes.
Yeah.
And like we both got off Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was in there.
So that's what we
Yeah.
then that was our theme song, and that became
The booker at the time, I think, was Angelo Trinidad, and his eyes like got huge, and he's like, "That's great," and he like went over and made sure it happened.
And the Ppray name came because again, like it's on kind of like a Twitter thing, like like Benifer, so we were kind of tweeting like, because he was always tweeting like PPA all day, so I would just kind of being me, just insert myself in everything he's doing. So I put Ppray, and it's kind of like but it wasn't our official tag team. It was just kind of like a hashtag I wanted to use, and then people were chanting it, and then he, like you said earlier, Joey Chaos, who was booking us for a Santino Bros show, put Ppray
on the flyer.
on the flyer, and once it's on a flyer,
we ran with it. They named he named the Young Bucks.
yeah.
He named the Young.
yeah, that's
Joey
what-
Chaos named the Young Bucks
Yeah,
on David Marquez's one of his programs. Tidbit of info.
I think he has a way deeper reach than everybody realizes.
Yeah, so he was good at thinking of names, and then he was like, "That's just good," and it's better than anything we were thinking of. Like we could not think of something that was palatable or.
Eventually, we just gave up and said we're just gonna be Pretty Peter. I want to Ray
We're gonna do the Edge, legit go the Edge and Christian route, and just be Peter and Ray or whatever. But whatever,
Good times.
It works out. We got this. We got a cool name, and it's kind of It kind of fits the energy of the '80s, like a Ppray. It kind of repeats itself, like a Duran Duran, a Talk, those kind of Oingo Boingo.
I do love the logo. I do a lot of 80s events, new wave, dark wave stuff. So as soon as I saw the logo, I was like, holy shit, this has the same.
It fit, yeah.
It has those hot pinks, those blues. It has that
Neon,
electric
all the neon
fucking
colors, yeah,
pop.
for sure.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. That teal in there, like, it's fucking fun. Right before, obviously, you guys took a little break for a couple of years. Right before that, I saw the shirt. I didn't grab one. I was bummed out. But then you guys came back and did a
should've
comeback
brought
show.
one down.
No.
Oh, you got one.
I went down to that reunion show because I was like, holy shit, Ppray's back.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had saw you on AEW television. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
It was really cool to see wrestlers coming through the Michelada Rumble. Then all
Yeah.
of a sudden, you start seeing a lot of these wrestlers. This is when I started getting really into it. I've always been into production, and then all of a sudden I started falling in love with wrestling production. Like, all right, that's not too far off from the shit I'm already kind of doing.
It isn't. It really
from
isn't.
live audio
Yeah.
and clubs. It's just, hey, instead of me dealing with bands, I'm dealing with, independent,
Right.
Yeah, indie
Wrestling.
music and indie wrestling has so many common themes and common.
yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And to see these guys at the Rumble, and then I started seeing you guys on the Championship Wrestling on DirecTV. I forgot on what channel that was, but they would play it like, holy shit, like that dude was at the Rumble. I see him here, and then all of a sudden I see you guys. Okay, now I'm starting to see Ppray popping up on everywhere, and then done, and then I saw you on AEW. I was like, oh, cool, but
Damn.
it's fucking cool because then it's kind of like you see your local fucking band all of a sudden, like, fuck.
They made it.
Like on a bigger stage.
Fuck yeah, this motherfucker made on goddamn TV. Like,
Hell yeah.
fuck yes.
Yeah,
like,
well,
hell yeah, man. So
AEW's
congratulations,
coming,
dude.
Thank you. They're coming out here in June, and ideally we can show the act off there. Like,
By the way, I
that'd
picked
be
up.
something.
Are you guys booked for it?
I would love to. I
trying
want to
to?
make it happen. That's what we're
Trying to
trying. We're
get
trying to
out.
make it happen. We want to make it happen.
So if you're listening right now, you're out there. Tweet, put out.
Yeah,
it's
Ppray.
the powers in the people's hands right
That's
now.
it. That's
Ppray
it.
on AEW. Let's go.
Ppray all
Ppray
day.
EW. That's it.
Hey, so besides you being a fan, we have a bunch of other fans in the chat. So if you want to talk to these guys, call in now at 909-475-7449.
Let's open up them phone lines
I
for
will.
people.
I will answer every question.
on the magic check, Mario.
Nothing is off limits.
Now let me ask, man. Obviously, you had to been a little bummed, right? And super happy for Peter going over to AEW in the beginning.
It was a lot of mixed emotions because again you're happy for your friend to succeed. And I remember he came to me backstage at Bar Wrestling. He told me the whole thing, and I told him, of course, go for it. I'm sure he was going to do it anyway. But
With or without your blessings.
yeah,
pretty
but I'm sure he
gonna
would
go.
have liked it to have the.
Yeah,
no,
of course,
but no.
of course.
I told him, of course, and then you just kind of like. I think that like this is that growing up moment, like okay, I think we're obviously going to go in some different direction.
Right.
But it was pretty painful because like at that time it was the most popular I'd ever been, because I put a lot of my brand work or my energy into the brand of Ppray, not so much into the individual brand of Ray Rosas because that was because that was my identity is with Peter, and at Bar Wrestling when that company was around. We were probably the most popular act on that particular show.
Bar none.
Nice. And so like and that's where we really got our a nice resurgence because we were kind of cooling off on our tag team. I think we were just doing separate things.
We were doing. We were at the end of the hate. The hate stuff, too.
faction. Yeah, we formed the hate faction, and we were doing that for about 2-3 years. And we were in the same faction, but we weren't teaming regularly.
Right.
So when we got paired up together on Bar Wrestling, we still were dressed in our all black and being really evil, and then they're playing then they're playing our Animotion music, and we're like, okay, so we'll go and run with it. I think it wasn't until we did the Christmas show where we wrestled. with Hornswoggle and
Macaulay Culkin made
Macaulay Culkin was there, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, no shit.
so we threw marbles and we tripped onto the marbles in the ring. But that day, like I think I was in the shower because that's where I came up with all my greatest ideas. I was like, oh man, we should come out to the song "Dick in a Box" and I'll fashion some presents on a fanny pack so it looks like we're
Dick in a box.
We're a dick in a box. So. And then from that point on, we started floating back into our dancing boy, sexy boys.
We were
gimmick.
also the only guys getting booked from the Hate group as Hate, so we were like, well, man, if we're a tag team again, like let's be our tag team.
Yeah, let's be us again. Let's just work on this brand again. And so we just started going. Gradually more color was coming out over the course of the shows until we just wore all our old gear from 2013. Yeah, and everything was brand new all over again.
It was brand new
because a lot of these fans didn't know that we were a team for that.
Yeah, they didn't know.
And it was one fan, I believe his name was Anthony. He was one of those guys that always stands in the front row of bar wrestling. He put a $1 bill in my tights.
And that was it.
And then from that point on, we just
People
ran with
suit. Everybody followed suit.
Everybody started throwing $1 bills, and so then we played up into that. Then we started getting like different ways to strip, and then we started. I got us I got shorter shorts, and I got us a fishnet.
So Ray was the one that bought all the
thing. I got us short shorts. I got us the thongs. I got us the fishnet tops, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be fucking strippers now, dude. We're gonna like and there was nights that we would walk away with like over $150 in tips.
A piece, easily.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is how much did you actually?
We were walking away with good amounts of money.
We would make money off the wrestling, and then make money off the merchandise, and they make money off the dancing
before the match.
Yeah, so a lot of luchadors will always show off their money, but after they're done wrestling, we show off our money before we get in the
locked
ring.
Up. You guys show up with your little purses, like strippers carry.
Some of the nights were absurd because it's like we're piling there's all the stuff in our trunks, and then Ray would come out the fanny pack, so we'd put a lot of them in the fanny pack, but we missed a lot of the bills, so we'd be wrestling with bills flying out of our trunks and like hanging out of our trunks, and just the visual of it was pretty cool.
Knee pads in our boots.
Yeah, the visual was cool of just the dollars flying everywhere when we'd bump and stuff.
It's like a video game when you knock us and then all the money comes out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got some footage here. This is we filmed this. Pig Studios went out to the Michelada Rumble. Shout out to them. Actually, the Michelada Rumble's coming back up Lake Paris, April 9th with some fucking lucha libre. And if I'm not mistaken, the Sexy Mixies are making an appearance, and so is Peter Avalon. So it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see you guys out here. But this was from the last one. This one's over here from Santa Anita Racetrack.
Yeah.
And since we can't afford to play the other music, we're going to dub our own shit on top of it.
There you go, from the most ferocious tag team to the most flamboyant and entertaining tag team, regardless of your gender.
That's my signature move. That's all I got.
The money maker? Yeah. That's a money maker.
Oh, I'm just a strut. That's it.
And you know how much beer we had to drink just to be ready to dance like this?
Just to strut badly.
See, our whole act is the dance, the entrance. Like, if we don't get a chance to do this, then we're not going to be as over.
Yeah. How'd you get your leg up that high, though?
I was
practice.
Yeah, don't ask him to do it again.
I couldn't do that.
See, we got to dance with guys and the girls. Like, we can't single out one.
Don't discriminate.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Love is love.
Has it ever been where someone like did not want to lamb dance and didn't turn?
Nobody's ever been like weird resistant. They just kind of will cross their arms and kind of like
because we'll scan. Of course, we're gonna scan the crowd and go, and we're gonna find the people that are gonna be like receptive. You know, we're not gonna go up to somebody that's not gonna want it.
Yeah.
Michelada Rumble is one of our favorite places to work.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
That's awesome.
I stopped myself there. But this is it. Like this is our tactic here. Is like we have to go out there and get a reaction with this, and then if we could do that, then the rest of the match is going to be pretty easy.
It's awesome because it's fun. It's funny and it's fun.
With how it's paced on the show too, like we're kind of. You play the music long enough, you hopefully pull more people away from the other stuff.
Essentially, that's the main goal. Is that we Peter and I tend to stall as long as we can to get more, because believe me, a lot of people won't realize that there's wrestling going on until when the match is over.
These type of events, for sure.
So Peter and I we're trying to get everybody's attention as far as we can. I think it was a light show that day. I think not a lot because the pandemic was going on. People, I think you needed vaccinations.
It's wild how often that timing works out. That it's like they realize, oh, there's wrestling. Let's walk over, and then ding, 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 the match is over.
The signature Ppray strut.
Oh yeah,
there.
the strut. There you go.
All right.
I forgot when we came up with that.
Accidentally again. Nothing we do has any like.
Look at that booty shake, Pete.
Man, my cheeks are looking good. I got real tight hands.
Dropped in.
I mean, are you in this case?
There it
Were you guys familiar with it? That shit was awesome.
During the pandemic.
That shit was awesome.
There you go. Yeah, everybody goes wild for that part.
This might be where I lost the mesh shirt.
Kissed each other. Is that like a friend kiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start kissing my friends like that too then.
Yeah, kiss friends. Kiss friends, guys. Yeah. Oh, I love when you do the reverse worm.
Reverse worm. That's it.
Kill that
The
dude?
Burt Reynolds, the Playgirl, Burt Reynolds pose.
Yeah.
No, I'll just take your word for it. Start kissing my friends. Give me a kiss.
So again, we're kind of stalling for time to get more people to come to watch us do this
Don't
stupid
get too
stuff.
comfortable with the dancing and the
I will say for your reunion show out at Don Quixote, that was
3 times.
When the fans made us do it 3 times.
fucking
3 times.
awesome. They came out, they did their whole spiel, and it just, people went crazy. They went back to the back and did it all over again,
Yeah.
and then did it a third
We
time.
made a lot of money. We made a lot of money in singles.
Well, at that point, the fans hadn't seen it for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So we did 3 times.
That's pretty cool.
3 times.
That must be a great reception.
Oh, we were
right there.
sweaty. We were so blown up, tired. I was like, the dancing just gets you.
It's like we haven't
But
even
it was a great
wrestled yet.
reception. Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
How, I mean, obviously with what was happening in you, success, you're in AEW, you're on fucking BTE, which I love the whole entire storyline. It was fucking off the ball. Like, is that something you got to create and just kind of fly with?
The one with Cutler?
Cutler, and then obviously you had the librarian stuff kind of happening in the background.
A lot of stuff that was just coming out of circumstance because of the pandemic. So it's like them trying to stay somehow involved with AEW because they weren't flying anybody from the West Coast out. So they were able to set up wrestling and everything. And then we were able to kind of continue the angle off of me and Brandon to ultimately end with that the dice spot in our no DQ match and the tables and all that. But that kind of just came accidentally. It was all just organic accidentally. We kind of wrote it week by week. Whatever the Bucks wanted to do, whatever Cutler wanted to do, and I was just kind of along for the ride, would throw in ideas and say stuff, and it was fun. I don't know. It didn't have much to do with being a librarian per se, but it was fun to be involved and to play.
Right, really quick, with that match and you taking that fucking drop on those Legos, how fun was that?
No, Legos, bro. They were Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, Dungeons and
guys.
Dragons.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know
right.
if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, but those are D20s, D8s, D12s. There's D6. The D4s are pyramids. They are pyramids. So I'm bumping on pyramids. They're spikes. Yeah, those hurt. Those hurt.
I was looking at the chat here, and somebody asked what was our one of your worst injuries and was an accident or intentional act, right? The two that I could think of in mind that are the two of us. Sorry, can you hear me now?
There we go.
I'm sorry. The two that I could think of that involved the two of us were Peter getting hurt. At least the ones that are off the top of my head.
These were your favorite?
These are the ones I could think of off the top of my head.
Right.
But one time we were wrestling in a fatal 4-way at Champs Wrestling in Hollywood. It was us and Scorpio Sky and Yuma.
Oh, shit.
And they were performing a double superplex. So me and Peter were both in the top rope in the same corner, and they're both double suplexing us. And the timing was off. And again, high risk maneuver off the top rope.
No.
So Peter landed first, just like by half a second, and then I landed, and he put his hands out on the mat, and then I landed on top of his hand, and I broke his hand. He
broke my hand. Yeah.
So then I remember that footage is long gone somewhere deep somewhere,
man, deep in the Dave
but like you
archives.
see Peter land, and you see me land on Peter's hand. You see Peter's reaction. You see me grab him by the hand, and then we both like collapse onto each other like that. And I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I think so."
The best part, that exact moment is because we do that, we lean over to each other, and then you see Scorpio Sky look up like, "Is everyone okay? You okay?" Like asking if someone's okay, and then it fades to commercials. So there's clearly just friends concerned about each other going into the break.
And then he was out for a couple weeks, and then the second one it happened at Bar Wrestling, and we were wrestling Crime Time.
Yeah.
And so it was already off to a blast because.
Fun
We'd wrestled them before once at another show, and we were there, and we were doing dueling promos with them, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
To being able to hang with these guys toe to toe, these guys that are been to the big dance.
Right.
They know how to cut promos, they know how to work crowds.
Yeah.
So for us to test our skills against them was really, really cool. And it was, almost validating in a sense that we were able to keep up with them.
Yeah.
We were able to sway the fans into favoring us, even though we were supposed to be the bad guys, I think, in that situation.
Yeah.
So we threw first was that we threw Shad, rest in peace. We threw him through a wall.
Yeah.
And he hit it so hard. It was like we expected to be like, because it was the Baldwin Park area, so like it has like some brick wall,
drywall,
and then he went. But then we threw him through the drywall. Hit the drywall. Put a huge hole in it.
Oh.
And like again, there's a clip of that, and I remember he like turning around going like, oh. But then later in that match, Peter took like a pop up, or so Shad popped him up, and then as he's falling down, he punches Peter in the face.
And he's big, he's strong, he's got a big hand, and he caught me in my what's called the zygomatic region right here, and he broke my face. He popped the bone. He popped the bone in. I've had to have I had to have surgery to have it popped out, so I've technically had facial reconstructive surgery.
As you can tell.
Damn.
Pretty.
Yes.
Well, he didn't know, and he didn't. Or if he did know, he didn't tell us until like the next show we were on.
2 weeks later.
So it was it was him and I versus Scorpio Sky and Watts, and we're in this tag match. And he tells me, like, "Hey, I got a broken face and broken bone and stuff." So we had to work this entire match around Peter's injury because he just found out like that day, and he didn't want to pull out.
I didn't want to pull out of the match because I didn't think my face was broken initially. I just thought it was swollen, and then the swelling went away, and I had this indentation in my face, and it was already so close to the match, and I was like, we're in with the pros. I think I'll be okay, and we did it. We did it that Wednesday. We did that
and
match.
I remember we got a especially a positive reception from the fans that night because it was like all SoCal guys working in the ring, and we really stood out. I think there was like a picture of like Sky like hugging me in the middle of the ring. I think it was like really, really cool, and Watts holding on to us. And it was one of those cool matches. And
then I went to the hospital the next day and had my face X-rayed, and they were like, "Yeah, you got a broken face." Like, all right,
good old case of the broke face.
Yeah, you got that broke face.
With that, do they have to put like a plate or anything to pull
there's a when I had the fade, you could see the scar, but I had a little scar right here that they just went in and they popped it out, and then I don't know how they kept it in place, but then they sewed it up, and then I had to wear this little like cast on my face that was taped to my face for like a couple weeks, and that was it. It's not.
They had to get like a small plunger and go.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt.
It's like that car.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. So he was saying, like car dance, like just fucking pop it right back into place. Pour some fucking hot water on it, and then fucking get the suction cup. You know what? We're gonna take a quick fucking break, man. Let's go. Let's listen to some a little bit more Dog Claw because these guys are bringing on the sexy and nothing sexier than some fucking. Let's see.
Yeah. Sexiness.
Yeah, sexy.
Listen, it's all sexy tonight.
Yeah, it's all fucking sexy. Let's see what
we got.
Let's use erotic.
Oh.
Let's use let's use it. We're using too much sexy. Let's use some erotic and exotic.
There you go.
Erotic. We'll be right back. Pigs Radio.
Be And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello? Mr. Statham? Yes, this is him. I know we talked about getting you on Pigz Radio, but there's no surprise you're on now. So if you don't mind saying hi to Mario and the best Jason Statham, can you just say, hey, babies, listen to Pigz Radio and Mario 81.
Listen, babies. Listen to Pigz Radio, Mario 81.
It's Jason Statham.
Boy, mate, this is Statham.
It's Jason Statham.
In case you guys don't know, we're chicks, and we love listening to Pigz Radio.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
You're listening to Pigz Radio, broadcasting live from a secret location in Compton, California. The talk show that makes psychiatrists see other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists.
Other psychiatrists. I don't know if...
Listen, I got to talk about Jackie Mendez right now. Because that's the first time hearing her. And she just earned a lifelong fan in Ray Rose.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was some good tunes.
That I love that whole vibe.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was like, dang. Jackie,
Shout out, girl.
Hit me up on the tweet.
If you love that, then you definitely got to check out the past Pigz Radio episode by going to pigzradio.com or everything Pigz on everything social media.
Everywhere.
You can check out some live performances with Jackie on there. And let me tell you, they're fucking essential.
And that one video that I just watched right now, it got me so freaking... turned on. I'm going to touch Peter.
It was very erotic.
Erotic is the word.
Erotic is the word of the night.
Yeah.
Do we do the Pee Wee Herman thing?
Erotic is this? Was that the word of the night? Is erotic?
Because at one point, Peter and I were built from Erotic City.
Erotic City. That's right.
I want to go there.
If that word gets said tonight again, we have to.
We know what to do.
Because we were saying sexy a lot. And I'm like, okay, cool.
We need some other words.
It's more than just sexy. It's passion. It's fucking just that grime that you want to get into.
That's right.
That oomph. That erotic.
Sorry for everybody listening on headphones.
I feel like, you just blow out my Vizio soundbar.
We're hanging out with Ppray, making their comeback, returning back from
the comeback of Ppray.
The PPs are coming back.
They come.
Ray's PP and then Peter's PP.
That's right.
And everyone's PP.
PP's coming.
So, let me ask. I mean, I think the most important question hasn't been asked yet.
No one's gonna touch your PP.
Listen,
okay.
That's later food.
Okay.
That's the after show. That's for the Patreons.
Got it. Patreon.
So, what drove you guys to want to beat people up? I guess. In other words, what drove you guys to wrestling?
Can I ask you a question? Have you seen my matches? I'm not beating anybody.
We're the ones getting beat up.
Well, listen. I mean, or to take a beating.
What makes you want to get tossed around by big men?
What made me want to slip on a banana peel and make faces?
See, the correct answer is supposed to be that we're in this to make money.
Yeah.
We're in this to make a career out of it.
Right.
That's the correct answer. Now the answer is that Peter and I are egomaniacs and we like to have all kinds of attention.
Yes. Right. Validate me.
Validate us right now. Tell us how cool we are.
Yeah.
You guys are cool.
Cheer for me. Boo for me. Do as I say, please.
Just
There it is. Thank goodness. Oh, I needed that so bad.
I think it's just this. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mario needs to edit it down.
I'm going to talk about that with my therapist. That was more than enough for the week,
It's just
overstimulated.
It's just this need to perform.
Yeah.
We have this creative energy that's just burrowing deep inside us. We have to let it out.
There's something about wrestling that's so like it's a lot of the other art forms kind of hodgepodge together. Right. I'm a huge I was cracking jokes about slipping on a banana peel and making faces, but I love sketch comedy.
Right.
I love improv comedy. I love acting, but short verse acting. You know what I mean?
Right.
Short skits, things like that.
You don't know what kind of improvisation we have to pull sometimes when a match goes wrong.
Oh no, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Or when we're working in promos and we have to adjust.
Skill.
Yes.
We have to adjust our promos because the crowd is reacting a certain way.
And there's a real talent and real ability on being able to tell well thought out, nuanced stories
Right.
in a very short time, and we are the king of like skits and doing very short stuff.
We're very self-aware.
Yes.
And we know that sometimes in some places that where we're performing, we have to spoon feed the fans what we're doing. It's like, this is a good guy, this is a bad guy. We're getting beat up.
Fighting.
You want us to win.
We're fighting,
and
this is a fight. Look as we fight.
Yeah. So no matter, because we'll come in and we'll dance and we'll do all this stuff. We'll kiss each other. We'll grind on everybody. But when the bell rings, we're gonna play a little bit. We're gonna perform.
Yeah.
But there is that inciting incident. There's that switch, that trigger.
Yes.
That causes Peter and I to go. It's go time.
Right. And we're coming off competitive. And we're kind of telling a very easy to follow story that there is combat happening, whatever kind of combat it is, whether it's striking or whether it's a grappling with arm drags and wrestling grappling and things like that.
Or high flying and
things like that. We kind of we know how to tell the story, the basic story that there's combat happening. This is a fight. Yes, we are dancing, but there's still fighting.
Right.
And we're just easy, palatable characters. We've been told numerous times that we've made first-time fans. A lot of boyfriends will bring their girlfriends and like, oh, they loved you. They hated wrestling, but they loved you. Blah, blah, blah.
We get that compliment a lot. It's like where people will go like, this is my first time ever at a wrestling match. You guys are my favorite.
You guys are my favorite. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Wow.
And it's just the validation that we need, that I crave. But it just shows we're doing right, because Peter and I tend to cater to casuals. Those are the ones that are going to spend more money and buy more merch.
Because it's not like wrestling. You guys are creating an actual show. So even if especially with what you're saying, my girlfriend doesn't like wrestling. Well, this isn't wrestling. There's so much more to it than
it's sports entertainment.
It's sports. It's a sports entertainment thing. Absolutely.
I'm saying
if we need to throw a term to it, yes, absolutely. If that's the term that it's used for that, then absolutely, I 100%. agree that's what it is, because it's like she might not be into something that's just straight combat. You know what I mean? A person fighting a person, grr, it's mean. But it's like here's some guys shaking their hips, and then we can kind of pull her in to understand that they're fighting, but now I give a shit about them fighting.
Then when we're getting our asses kicked, and we're looking at them now,
there's a connection.
There's their connection. We build a connection with that person.
Pobrecito.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. There's a lot of that.
Look at this question here.
A lot of that.
Are there any other wrestlers that you truly hate or refuse to work with? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Damn.
I refuse to work with Stone Cold Steve Austin because he's scared of me. He'd want to put me over.
Didn't want to put you over.
Yeah.
Damn.
And The Rock.
Damn.
The Rock does. He's intimidated by my promo skills. Afraid I'm overtake him, take all his acting jobs. Yeah, if you freeze to work with me, I freeze to work with him.
Yep.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say,
fuck those guys.
I'm gonna say the reason that he's now just a lackey. Brandon Cutler, I'm calling you out again, motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. Heard here first.
Right.
In camera.
Listen here, all right? Leave her or not, all right? Fuck you.
That's right. Fuck you, Brandon.
I'm all about that.
Run it back.
Conflict.
Run it back. This time he's got Ray.
That's right, Brandon.
I'll be way in the in the back,
That's
but
right.
We'll run it back.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I was excited to see you on Dark. How did you, I'm assuming, did Peter make that transition, or did they answer your application, or?
It was a little combination of both.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it was that Peter was unavailable, so I ended up going to Jacksonville to do my appearances for Dark without him being there.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
The protocol was heavy with COVID stuff and
super strict.
Yeah, and I was feeling under the weather, so I got sent home. I tested negative for COVID, but they were taking extra precautions, which is great. They were 100% awesome with that shit.
At that time we were deep in the middle of the pandemic. We were even lucky to be doing anything.
Yeah, especially going across the country, California to Florida and all that,
And it was a great learning experience for me, going there and I knew a lot of people that were there. Of course you had like Cage and Orange Cassidy and the Jurassic Express. A lot of those guys are good friends of mine from bar wrestling. But had Peter had been there, I felt like our energy would have been something better.
I was so bummed.
I flew all the way. I flew across the country to hang out with Peter, and he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was a bummer. I missed out on a lot that weekend because I got sent home. Because I was not feeling good. You know?
Ray went to the hotel and he's on the door. He's like,
I'm like, hey, I'm here. Because again, I'm like texting him like, hey, when you getting in? When you gonna be here?
And I was like, nope.
I think there's a picture of me staring out the window. I posted on my Instagram of me staring out the window of my hotel. It just says waiting.
Edited in some rain.
See, hello from the other side.
But you got to walk out with Watts, and I mean to see him. And I went to a lot of bar wrestling shows. Yeah. I got to see you guys perform, and I got to see so many amazing people from Impact, from AEW, people who right before they truly made it to that next plateau, they were on bar wrestling.
Yeah, the pandemic had slowed a lot of things down for a lot of us out here, like because bar wrestling was giving a lot of SoCal wrestlers a good platform to compete with some nationwide talent.
Yes,
Watts is one of my best friends, and he's someone that I think should be on that level. So to be there with him, to have him to lean on in those particular moment there, it was great. We hung out, we had a few beers, I think we ate some McDonald's after the show and in my room, and we just watched some TV. But we had it was just like, oh cool, like we got to work with Scorpio. The first night I got to work with Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian, two guys that I look up to. And they went out of their way to do their best to make me look great. But again, at the same time, I know my job is to be their enhancement, and I knew I maybe played my job too well. The next night, working with Watson, again working with good friends, like working with Jurassic Express, and just going out there and having a good great match. I'm hoping I left a good impression. I'm hoping so when they come out here to Southern California, they would recognize that the best wrestler. And in Southern California, that's been given the award for Wrestler of the Year by his peers. They would.
Wrong button. Sorry, wrong button.
The right one in the wrong one. Yeah. Just hoping they just. I don't think that they realize what they've got in front of them with what you have in front of you.
Right.
Yeah. Just to be the way that we able to connect with any particular, no matter where we are. We were up in Santa Cruz and Sacramento.
Yeah.
Places we've never been, like as a team. Wrestling as, and
we haven't.
We never teamed up in Northern California, and for us to connect with the fans and to get your main job is to be remembered.
It was so well done that the fans loved it enough. They were talking about it enough on the Twitch, and the promoters loved it enough that they threw us on the next night. So we got to wrestle. We were only booked in Santa Cruz, but then we were booked in Sacramento the next night because the promoters loved it so much.
So it just carried over,
Yeah. So it's like Ppray is it's infectious.
It's fun. Listen, you got Liz up there talking about that her boys and her loved it. You know what I mean?
We are appropriate. Like even though we're dancing and shaking dicks, like we are appropriate PG for all
kids,
ages. We know when to tone it down and how to tone it down, and we connect with a lot of kids. There's little boys, little girls that love us. All over, every age. It's great. I love it. I really love it.
I mean, for sure, it's entertainment. You know, it's like the be-all, end-all is that it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
what a scene to cut to.
That's my classic help me Ray face. You know what I mean?
Was that Che beating?
Yeah.
I will say on this match here with the Wolf Zaddies.
The Zaddies are great.
Everyone was fun to watch. The story that was being told, but I mean, tell me what's going on in your head as they're performing this move.
Is this the pendulum?
I think so.
Yeah, this is the pendulum. They always call this.
This is a bad dude's classic.
Che's got to chop himself up.
Yeah. Oh! He had to have that.
Señora, tápese los ojos.
See.
He had to get that good neck going.
That's one of those particular maneuvers that you have to put your ego aside.
Yeah.
And do and in service of the fans and the show.
The moment. Yes.
Me and Ray have no problem slipping on the banana peel. No problem.
That hard ass lucha
that
ring.
Sure hurt, bro.
This is that lucha heat where just one guy just rolls in and just does.
I think that knocked the wind out of me because I didn't move afterwards.
They went for it a second time?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I don't know how you guys
did one each.
I don't know how you guys tolerate this level of pain.
Well, at that point, I had the wind knocked out of me, and then he's like,
Señora, tápese los ojos!
Double time.
Man, look, Che's chubbed up after yours, bro.
In basketball,
I'll save you, brother.
Thanks, man.
In basketball, they call that the giddy up pony.
Oh. It was good. Oh, they're thonged up too.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
We're pros, bro. We're pros. We're all pros.
They got a thing.
Those tights were too tight for us. We couldn't pull our asses out.
Yeah.
Classic lucha spot there.
Shout out to Bad Dude Tito and Che Cabrera. They're incredible. Amazing to work with.
Those guys,
so much fun.
they used to be our stablemates in Hate.
Yeah.
So we know them very well.
They're great. Bad Dude Tito's on a tear lately. Bloodsport, all that stuff.
This is about us. Don't talk about Tito.
Oh, yeah. I'm just putting on my pals.
Let me ask. I've been a fan. When I was a kid and whatnot.
I sure missed. Good Lord, I whiffed.
I know.
With all the production that we do and everything, I had to see a little bit more of the behind the scenes. How do you guys structure a match, especially with how little time you guys have with meeting with the other?
The first thing I have to think about is where we are. What show we're on?
Yeah.
Are we on this particular show?
Yeah.
Then we have to really, really dumb it down for everybody because not everybody's gonna be wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, different crowd,
and they're gonna be drunk. They're gonna so they're gonna want to see different things.
It's a call me chill out.
You're gonna have drunk fans. You're gonna have smart fans. You're gonna have fans that don't know wrestling.
You're gonna want to keep everything upright. You're not gonna be on the floor for too long, like doing any submissions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to keep everything upright and up high, so that
so
everybody can see it.
They like movement.
When you're working a TV taping, you're gonna cater to cameras.
Right.
Yeah,
cameras
so
really, and
you're gonna do holds.
And you're looking for anything that makes it good for the angle.
Yeah, exactly. And then you could also work with people don't realize that, but you can work with the cameraman or the director, whoever's producing that particular show, to maximize the shot,
right?
Maximize that, because again, we all like we all watch WWE and we want the cool angles, the shot of The Rock over the shoulder of someone else, and that's what draws you in. So you want to maximize that on that particular style of wrestling. When you're putting your matches together that way. Right. So for the first step is identifying where you are and and anticipating what kind of crowd you're going to work in front of. And you kind of build from there. You know, who's the bad guy, who's the good guy, who's going to win, what kind of story are we going to tell?
Yep. How basic you want to keep it, you know.
And like I said, for our Michelada Rumbles, we have a lot of fun because we don't do a little, but we do enough to save our bodies because that's a tough ring.
There's the win.
And I think we came up with that double quesadilla finish that day.
Yeah. A lot of these fans are looking just for a good time, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of movement, a lot of little action. They had a good time.
It's kind of it's
a
on
lot
that
of people
same...
bought us micheladas afterwards.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of micheladas.
Yeah, the promoter still owes me a couple micheladas.
Oh,
well, and let me
fans will buy them.
Alex may take the heat for us getting confused with last week.
Yeah, but he takes care of us.
But he takes really good care of us. I love working for him.
Great guy.
And he's always fun. He's a Rams fan, so I always dig with that.
Yeah, great dude.
I think I saw. Did you actually make it out to the game for the big game?
I didn't go. I went to every game at SoFi Stadium except for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But because at that point it's like the tickets are
they were astronomical.
Yeah.
I'd have to use my son's college fund at that point.
Yeah.
Sell a kidney.
But I was able to get on the field yesterday. I went on tour. I went to a tour of the SoFi and they let us on the field.
Oh, that's
and
so
I was
cool.
able to throw a touchdown to my son and have that memory
awesome.
forever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just so it's just like, I mean, so he likes it too. That's the cool thing about it is I remember, my dad not being as involved in what I liked, and vice versa. But my son and I, we have this synergy together where he likes the stuff, whatever he's into. I'll at least make an effort to go, what are you watching? And then I'll watch what he's watching, and then he'll, oh my God, this is pretty funny. And then he'll come and Dad, what are you looking at? And I'm like, oh, looking at this. And then he knows all about Peter. He's always that's his Uncle Peter here. Right. There's a little picture for you have when he's wearing the little polka dot, or not the polka dot, the shirt with the tie. Yeah. So, being a dad has been this whole phase of my life is kind of made I guess the best way to say it is that before my kids, before my family and everything, wrestling was my life.
Right.
And now we're at this point where wrestling's only part of my life now.
Right.
And then so it's kind of, I've been taking a step back in terms of working. I'm still training people, and that's just kind of more of my. It's more satisfying to my fatherly instincts because I'm just helping all these younger students, and because one of my students, Johnny Robbie, She just debuted onto the Championship Wrestling Hollywood. Well, she debuted in her singles match, and then she went over to New York to wrestle. So it was like her first flight out there. So I was like, oh, cool. And of course,
she's branching out.
Yeah, and a lot of my others are like.
Ray's a great trainer. He really is a great trainer. No, Millennium Pro. Millennium Pro's been around for a long time, and they've had like an up and down. They've been up and down. They've had a good period, bad period, good period, bad period. And before Ray came in, they were just not. No one gave a shit. No one. I'll be blunt and honest. I love Logan X. They
were a little bubble.
No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit about MPW. They were a little bubble in their own world. Ray found a home there, and he was able to really reinvigorate a lot of these boys and girls there.
It was reinvigorating for myself too.
Absolutely, yes, and he's done an amazing work with MPW.
So like with the Divine Brothers, with Frankie Frank, Auntie Heidi, taking Max X and then him helping him transform into Miggy Rose.
Absolutely,
and he's there's a lot of great guys you can look up on YouTube or even on the Millennium Pro Wrestling channel, and you can see all these great wrestlers that I've trained and work very well. But so that became my forefront, like family, and then becoming a coach, and wrestling's kind of was just there,
right?
And then with Peter coming back and us getting the team back together, it's kind of like lit a whole brand new fire in me because like now we're back together, and it's just like feeding this hunger that I've had for 2+ years.
We can be more selective and do a lot of better opportunities are coming with us. Like we had a blast in NorCal, but to mention Prestige and West Coast Wrestling again, it was an incredible experience. They took great care of us, and they had a great product and great matches, and we're just looking forward to what the future has for us. Like Raise the Bar for us was very good. We have a lot of cool things coming up, like the Michelada Rumble and everything. So I'm just. PP Ray's excited. We're excited.
Yeah, when you have an excited Peter and Ray, you know what I mean. Like you're
full
together.
Full chub. Like a rock hard.
Yeah, 6 to midnight.
Like girthy and veiny.
Yes,
nice
and pulsating a little bit.
Yes,
a little drip. Yeah,
that was maybe a name that we were going to do for the tag team was girthy and veiny, but they didn't.
Already taken. With that being said, I mean, I know you guys have that love for Lucha Vavoom, and you guys perform as a different thing on there. I mean, how did that come about?
Liz
saw. I think she saw us what we were doing as PP Ray, probably at Michelada Rumble or something, and then she just like put the masks on us. They had the sexy Mexies. On previous shows, but they weren't a consistent thing, and now they're a consistent thing because of yours truly, the both of us.
Hell yeah!
There you go.
We're just doing PP Ray, but we're just under masks.
We're just under masks, and we're kind of cowboys.
Yeah,
we have chaps.
Yeah.
They're the sexy Maxis.
Assless, I hope
they are. Aren't all chaps assless?
Yeah. That's fun. Lucha Vavoom's is such a fun.
And again,
show.
and that's another like example of like knowing what show you're on, knowing what audience you're working in front of, so you don't have to
cater to them.
Yeah, you don't have to. They want to see some comedy.
Yeah,
they want to see some action.
Yeah.
So it's all thriller, no filler.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't even give a shit if your match really makes sense. Like they just want to see some cool shit happen.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, our matches make sense.
So here, who's the most beautiful in black speedos and good wrestler?
Ryan Taylor.
Right. In black speedos, he's got those green and gold.
Oh yeah.
He might look good in black also.
I was gonna say like Bruiser Brody.
There you go.
You know what I mean? He's in them black speedos with them little goatskin boots and that beard and them long hair.
Ryan Taylor's got like 12 abs.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Ryan Taylor. It makes me feel bad.
He's shredded, bro. Rust Taylor, whatever he is now.
Yeah. But going back to the training and everything, who's someone that we should be on the lookout for?
A lot of probably the MPW kids. That'd be definitely a question for Ray.
Yeah, I mean, look at Johnny Robbie. She's branching out, and she's got a lot of interest in her.
Very talented.
She works so hard. She doesn't hit like a girl. This is what I think one of the things that Peter had complimented her on was that she doesn't strike or hit like a girl.
Right.
The Divine Brothers, Brendan and Danny,
they're a fun tag team.
They're one tag team of the year. I forget that sometimes.
Yeah.
But they're great. They pretty much everything that I teach, they like regurgitate downward to like people that like a lot of the beginners. All the drills and stuff that I come up with, they implement them. So they have really they're really smart kids, man. They get it.
This is your legacy here.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, Miggy Rose, he's one of my favorites. I've worked with him at UEW Underground Empire Wrestling and he was wrestling as Max X, but I took him out of there and I was like, don't be doing that deathmatch stuff anymore. At least on a consistent basis.
Do it on a national scale.
I took him out and I was helping him, and he's been such a great worker now.
Yeah, Miggy's great. Miggy's dope.
There's man, there's so many. Adam Millennium, you know what I mean? But not just Millennium, because I've worked with like Primo Hino. He's a good kid. You know, Richie Coy, Rose Crown. There's all those kids from Santino Bros, because that's where I originally trained, and I just went back there and started helping, get some of their students ready, tuning up. I always called Peter and I mechanics, because that's all we're doing is we're tuning people up.
Right.
We're tuning up these young wrestlers, and sometimes we got to help some of these older established wrestlers get back in the rhythm.
So this is all West Coast based?
These are all West Coast guys. Jordan Cruz is another one.
Yeah, Jordan Cruz is really good.
Jordan Cruz is very talented.
We just
coming
worked
up
with him recently.
Yeah, he's doing well.
There's people that are like here ready to go.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's a lot of good talent
and a lot
out
of
there.
my job as a coach and working as a mechanic, working on all these different promotions, is getting people ready, getting people to the next level, at least getting their mindset ready.
Yeah.
Just like this is how you prep a match, or this is how you take care of a crowd. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everything you do in this ring is in service to the people that are outside of this ring.
Marquez always kind of had Dave Marquez. When I ran the United Wrestling Academy, he kind of called it a finishing school, and that's a lot of how Ray is as well. It's like we kind of you polished off. You get finished off. The last finishing touches.
Finishing school.
Exactly, we were in a finishing school. But it's like it's a lot of little things. It's like there's a lot of the dudes we talked about. There's a lot of them that have very similar things.
I just recently started training referees.
Yeah,
and I'm helping referees be in a spot where they need to be.
Presence for your camera,
but pretty much be invisible for the rest of the match.
Yes.
Right.
There's a lot of those little things that it's like the polishing off, like your placement for the camera and within the crowd, and at the same time the camera and the crowd, and different things like that, and just your engagement with the people and how you sell and where you sell and when to sell, and
because pro wrestling is an interactive entertainment.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we otherwise people can just go watch a movie.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I teach people how to work the people, because that's those because we need them to come back and pay more money to watch us wrestle, or pay for more merchandise.
We've all watched stuff that it's like, this is a great match, but the crowd's dead, so you still will change the fucking channel, because it's like you know what I mean? It's like it's hard to engage with it, but like when the crowd's lively and it's there and it's a good match, then you know what I mean? So it's like
energy. You guys feed off of that.
How do you polish off to teach those people how to get that crowd to get that moment,
Yeah.
I will say, watching the match, especially Peter, your fucking facial expressions, bro, you sell.
I have a stupid fucking face. Like,
you give off a lot of expressions.
Yes, I loved Jim Carrey movies when I was a kid.
Right.
I loved Mr. Bean. Right. Lucille Ball is the most beautiful woman in television ever. Like, she's hilarious. Totally. She's got a rubber fucking face, and she's so funny.
Right.
So like, these were a lot of the people that I was watching growing up, and I liked a lot of that stuff. So it's like I emulated a lot of that stuff. Yeah. And one of my big things, like as a kid, was like I wanted to fool people into thinking I was hurt. Like, not hurt, like, oh my God, I'm dead, but like, oh, my ankle, oh I tripped over, or like, can I fake them out that I took a nasty bump over a table? So I'd take a bump over a table and freak out my mom or dad. And be like,
Chris Farley kind of way.
Yeah, some pratfalls shit. And I was always trying to do that. And then my Uncle Harry had a video camera, so I was like, I'm going to do this on camera.
This is the beginning of YouTube, guys.
That's
right before
man.
Jackass.
I just wanted to be. When I bought a video camera and started making Jackass videos with my friends, but they were not nearly as daring as Steve-O.
I mean, I guess that's the beauty of wrestling, the showmanship of it. It's like
pageantry, right?
Totally.
Pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
That's what makes it fun and entertaining. You know what I mean?
That's what drew me to it.
That's what draws anybody that watches it to it.
Absolutely.
I would say.
Absolutely.
I love wrestling. I got into it because of my dad. Got out of it. Got back into it because of him. But I just fell in love with the production side, the back side of it, the independent wrestlers.
Isn't that crazy?
It's incredible, man.
My favorite part of pro wrestling, the build-up videos.
Yeah.
You know what? Like all those promo videos, the hype the matches. The way that they would cut and edit those.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really watch wrestling, but I watched Livewire. If people remember Livewire, on Sunday mornings on USA, and they were hyping the Royal Rumble 1998, and it was like a Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker, and they had this video package, and it was like, oh, Kane, your brother Kane, and Undertaker was like conflicted because he had like Kane to worry about, but also like had to beat up Shawn Michaels, and it was this hype package that got me really into it. And I was like, wasn't really watching wrestling. I was 12, 13 years old.
Right.
And I wasn't really watching wrestling, but I got sucked in because of the way that they put the story together on this hype package for this match. And I told my dad, I'm like, we got to order this.
I need to know how this ends.
Yeah. And so then we ordered it. And then from that point on, from 1998 all the way up until 2013, I was watching wrestling every single week.
So this is your origin story then.
That is it.
Damn.
It. You know what I mean? And where Kane set the coffin on fire, and Steve Austin won the Royal Rumble. Like,
they were another level with some of those videos.
Yeah. And of course, the pinnacle will always be My Way.
Yeah,
by
of
Limp
course,
Bizkit,
of
right?
course, yeah,
Right. The Rock and Steve Austin, My Way or the Highway.
Yeah.
But even like after that was like, Superstar, I think, or the Saliva one with the Elimination Chamber. So there were some really good hype packages or the Brock Lesnar versus The Rock at like SummerSlam.
Miz and Cena.
Oh yeah, the Miz and Cena Hit Me. Yeah, the Hit Me Now one. Yeah. So like all these badass hype packages those were always something that drew me in. So I always plan my matches or plan my promos to give people footage to make for hype packages. So the faces.
Yeah. Not just giant moments of agony where he's falling and dying, and like moments of his face and his his presence.
The dramatic Batman turn. Yeah. The whole body, because there's a lot of stuff like that, or like again watching music videos, right? So thinking about like the Kiss from a Rose. With the Bat from Batman Forever, and they had that clips from the movie, and then there's this hero shot. You're my power, my pleasure, my pain. So stuff like what I mean. So those stuff like they leave an impression on you because it's just that's how I kind of like plan my matches, plan my promos to like if someone was to make a video or edit a video off of it.
Yep,
I gave them that shot.
Yeah, exactly,
absolutely.
Can we talk about chat?
What happened?
Can we talk about chat?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of shit going on. They want to see me get hurt, I guess. I don't know.
Do you want to get hurt? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Do you really want to get hurt?
He wants it because he's bringing it up.
Now, is this a masochist shit where like you're going to get pleasure off of this?
No,
okay, just making sure where this was going with this. So, shit.
Hey. Yeah, just get like a chop or something.
Well, first of all, it's not even up to me. Would you guys beat this dude up for fucking for radio's sake? Out of curiosity,
like a suplex
content.
I don't know.
You kick him in the nuts.
I don't know about that.
Don't try to pick him up. He'll definitely throw your back.
Yeah, throw you down the stairs from upstairs.
Let's do like Survivor Series '99 and hit him with a car.
Ooh, can we hit you with a car? With your own car?
I mean, I could just walk out on the street and we can still do that too.
That'll probably go happen.
At least I can call insurance on that part.
D has the whole entire time been wanting to see you get fucking hurt.
I know.
That's so fucked up. Why?
But the big thing here is that we just got a new fan.
I saw that.
He was getting real excited in the chat.
He was.
And he just asked it for a demonstration, so I don't know. Because of that. Not because of D.
Oh, okay. Well, if on the
a demonstration of what? Does he want a demonstration of our dance moves?
So we had wrestlers in the past come in, and we had somebody demonstrate a chop on one of the guys that was here at the time.
Shout out to Flying Brian for taking them chops.
I'd say
he took some chops from True Grit Attack Team. He took some chops from Ultimo Shamu, and then he got choked out by one of the crazy chickens.
Somebody choked him out also. Yeah, for sure.
That was some Muay Thai being demonstrated on Flying Brian. That was great.
Either one of the chickens.
Yeah. That was chicken number one. Yeah. You know who you are. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
So I guess
out of curiosity, would you guys ever decide? I mean, would you guys chop this guy?
Would you guys consider chopping him?
See, Ppray is not really known for their chops, but I'll tell you what: if we put a chair on the stage,
done.
You already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going.
Are we doing take a break?
Hold on. Okay, you know what? I need to set for this because I actually have a fog machine and lights.
You're gonna hype it
up. Get ready for the boners, guys. Hold on. Let me
put a hype vid on right now.
Hold on. Yeah, let me look for some music real quick. It's always the best things you don't plan for. Right?
You know what? Let's play a little bit of the match that you had going from the Rumble or something. I mean,
we're gonna do
just get them hyped.
Montage music from WWF.
Can you take me higher?
My sacrifice.
My sacrifice.
Oh, my sacrifice.
Was that with Kid Rock on? He's like the lonely road of fate. On the lonely road of fate.
Some 3 Doors Down.
I'll tell you what. Since we were vibing out on some Jackie Mendez, how about we check another Jackie
yes,
Mendez?
please. Yeah,
track?
I want to see more of her.
We can use her in a recap package.
Yeah. There you go. Pigs will be right back.
Yeah. Back with a chop. Back there, get a chop and get hype.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello? Mr. Statham? Yes, this is him. I know we talked about getting you on Pigs Radio, but it's a little surprise you're on now. So if you don't mind saying hi to Mario and the best Jason Statham, can you just say, hey, babies, listen to Pigs Radio and Mario 81.
Listen, babies, listen to Pigs Radio, Mario 81.
Hi, I'm Jackie Mendez, and I'm from South Amani, California. This song's called Should I? I saw you the other day. Something just doesn't feel the same. Then there's tears go down my face. I just don't know what to say. Baby, I loved you, do anything for you. Now you've gone away. Yes, you did. I should've known better. Should've known better from the start.
getting all set up here. Zach, we got your crotch cam going. Let's swap over to that. There we go. Zack Rabbit Lopez on the crotch cam.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We're going to switch some audio. We're about to get a little erotic in here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Flappity floopity. Let's see here.
I got my laundry boxers on. I don't have That's a laundry box. You know what I mean? That's not the last pair. My period panties.
All I heard was period panties. What the fuck is going on over there, guys? Who's on their period? Ray's on his period. Oh man.
He's wearing his man pon.
Zach, you asked for this. You're gonna get all the period blood rubbed all on you. Let's see.
I have my super bad moment right now.
Not where I wanted it to go. Maybe I should play another Jackie Mendez song.
Is it gonna take you that long?
Gotta give me a minute.
What happened?
Put on the dog
claw? All right,
Yeah,
all right.
put on the dog
All right, we'll put dog claw real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, fucking D's gonna fucking love it.
No, I mean, that's gonna be part of the fucking, you know what, we'll just play this fucking, well, in the background.
We chug a lot of beer.
Yeah. Yeah, don't pee on me. Oh, that's I pissed already.
Oh, nice. Okay, it is working. All right, cool.
Might be just that leftover piss in the shaft.
Yeah. A little spring.
Oh, I thought I was done. It's not coming out of the soundboard.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rico.
Almost there, guys. Almost there. Zach, this is going to be so good.
Synth.
All right, here we go. Yes. Here at Pig Studios, we spare no expense, baby.
That's right. It's coming fresh out of the Vizio soundbar. Or what's that? That's that Best Buy like fucking broke brand. Oh, Insignia.
It's about to get erotic and smoky up in this motherfucker.
You don't think that's too tight of a shot?
Nah. Yeah. Our heads are gonna get
Oh yeah. Yeah. Take that shit, Zack. Zack's a little too excited. Zack's turning into a Diddy boy. Yo! Hey, this was straight sucio. You know I'm fucking sucio. That's it. That's it. Zack's like, this is better. Zack's like, this is better than my bachelor party. Woo! Yeah. Stop acting, fool. It's like, Zack's like,
how hard are you right now, Zack?
Oh! Zack's like, wee ho, here we go.
I gotta adjust mine. I forgot my thong.
That was so awesome.
I forgot my thong. I'm sorry. We'll invoice you.
Oh shit.
We'll invoice you. The ungraceful part of us putting our clothes back on.
Yeah, he's about to.
I need a bath.
He needs a cash app you guys right now.
After the match, we just go around with the.
That was always the most awkward part. Was collecting all the money.
Damn.
Or getting dressed. I'm just gonna leave my shirt off.
I felt like I was at Night of the Roxbury.
You mean Night at the Coxbury?
Night at the Coxbury.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
That was
shit. That shit was gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
We're not known for our chops. We're known for our cocks.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Zach, was that everything that you wanted from Ppray?
Oh, man.
You got Ray's PP and Peter's PP all rolled into one.
All over me.
PP and A.
Damn. Can you tell if they're manscaped or not?
I did not get any burn. So I think that's
So
a good
smooth.
thing.
I hang out with Cesar Bononi, a Brazilian, so I've learned to be accustomed to the Brazilian wax. So I'm just saying, you know.
So, and me on the me, this just down there.
That's right.
Oh, all right.
That's right.
Whole lot of 70s down there.
Yeah.
Whole lot of 70s.
Black and gray.
That's what I say.
Black and gray.
It's all that salt and pepper.
That's it. Salt and pepper.
Toast and pepper here.
Very, very tasty. Very spicy.
Man, fuck, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming down, hanging out.
I got a flex. Peter's so buff.
Flex, damn.
I got that dad bod.
Don't look at me.
I will say Peter does look great on TV. He is fucking nicely chiseled. You turn on the light.
I feel exploited. Is that
Oh, there we go. Get some contrast on there. Got the lights in the background going on.
I need a tan.
I just realized how dim it was.
Before
I need a tan.
Before
How did this happen?
I don't know. Sorry about that, gentlemen.
This is what happens when you come on Pig.
Yeah.
Listen. It's a million times better than myself and Mario trying to take off our shirts. It's like we look like fucking Play-Doh. We look like Play-Doh that melted in the sun. You know what I mean? It's
but Play-Doh's fun, right? Like,
It is fun,
Yeah,
but
you can
I'm
roll it
really
into-
pale.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
Oh, you're like powder.
Yeah, I've been told that before in my life.
They have electricity?
Love that movie.
Peter, the hair.
Yeah.
It's looking beautiful
I
right
know.
now,
It's
man.
on my head and it looks good. I know.
You went from this, I don't know what exactly you were transitioning from into, but I love the beautiful transformation now.
I had the bun going for a while, and then I grew out the sides, and then I finally cut the bun off. I donated to Wigs for Kids 20 inches of hair.
Ooh.
20 inches.
Nice.
That's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it
right?
is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so some poor kid has my dumb man bun.
Nah,
on their head, you know?
those kids, man.
Yeah,
That's-
no, they
that's-
deserve.
that's-
I'm glad to have helped. You know, it's awesome. It's real cool.
They just don't know. They don't realize they have like superstar hair on their head.
Yeah, what's it like? I lost my powers and they got it. You know.
Yeah, Samson Delilah.
Samson. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, we need to start the revolution. We need to get Ppray on fucking TV. We need Ppray
Everywhere.
on AEW as a consistent fucking staple, because, I mean, them fans need to get fucking their asses
You guys got a
rubbed by
great
you
show.
guys.
You guys got a great
Thank
show.
you.
That
Tony's
goes
gonna
on.
have to up it to TV 14. That's it. You know.
Gotta up that shit,
little
man.
bit.
Or put us at the 10 o'clock hour.
The 10 o'clock hour. That's it.
Tony Khan, you're probably not listening, but if you are, we need to get Ppray out there, man. Like, just get it done. I mean, we get to enjoy Ppray here, Southern California style. You get to enjoy the Sexy Mexis coming up. Lucha Vaboom, 5th and 6th at the Mayan. April 9th at Lake Paris for Michelada Rumble. Get your tickets. It's a fucking hoot and a holler.
Let me tell you, the Michelada Rumbles are one of the most.
They're fun.
The best, like
They're fun.
most fun you can have with
Yeah.
your clothes on. for the people.
Yeah,
Right?
you guys for sure take it off. But
Yeah, we take it off.
We keep ours
They're,
on.
they're dope. The one that you showed at Santa Anita, they had DJs going like that were.
They had
it was awesome.
Richard Humpty Vision.
Yeah,
bro.
it was
My mom
sick.
would bump Humpty Vision all the time, every Saturday morning.
It was a lot of fun. We found ourselves walking to the stage, listening to the music, like checking out all the different things. It was great. Fans were buying micheladas for us. It was a lot of fun. Those are a lot of fun.
And I don't even like micheladas, but I will
Me
drink them if
neither.
you buy them for
Yeah,
me.
thank you. They're expensive. I'll drink it.
They also have michi awas, so you can get those the fruit versions of that stuff.
agua
Yeah,
frescas?
so good, man. Yeah. So April 9th out there at the Lake Paris Fairgrounds, you can get your tickets at michelada.com. Come out for the wrestling. They got Sugar Free performing. They have Lighter Shade of Brown and Mary Jane Girl. So
It's a good show. It's a good show.
We were sitting in the park, just waiting for the sun to go down.
Hell yeah.
That's a good show. Hell yeah.
We got pretty Peter Avalon going out there throwing down, and then Ray's Rosas out there with the sexy Mexi. So it's gonna be fucking fun, man. It's gonna be good shit. Everyone's
You're
coming
not
out,
gonna
man.
want to miss it, man. You know what? Mass mandates are kind of going away.
Thankfully,
You know what I mean?
You're
Like
outdoors.
people, we're getting outside. We're going out and doing things.
Right.
Go out there and enjoy some micheladas and enjoy some food trucks. Enjoy some erotic wrestling.
Smooch your friends, smooch your loved ones. Go out there, shake some ass, kick some ass. and
Hell
that's
yeah.
it.
It's gonna be a good fucking time. I'm working on the poster right now, guys. So
Hell yeah.
that shit's gonna be out in a matter of days. Thank you, Peter, Ray, for coming down, hanging out,
Thank you,
dancing,
gentlemen. You guys are fucking
dancing
amazing.
on
Thanks for
Zack,
having
and
us.
just hanging out. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what was really cool was that when Alex actually reached out, was like, "Hey man, you're on TV. You don't have to fucking be here. And obviously you're a teacher and you're a dad. You don't need to be here, but you're here talking about the shit. And I appreciate you guys coming down, and sharing some time with the fucking pigs, and
man.
just being a fucking pig
No,
with
you
us,
guys,
man.
we appreciate you wanting us on the show, and you know that you think highly enough of us to put us on your show, and you know we're going to you know I wish we were last week. I felt bad about what happened last week.
It's
but-
all good.
but-
It's Alex's fault. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Alex.
But,
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh,
we
thank you
might
guys
have,
for
you
the
know,
personal
that
show.
fault.
PPRA will always be gracious to everybody that supports us.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we'll leave it on that.
There we go. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your mom about fucking
right.
pigs. We get fucking erotic every fucking Sunday. Fucking, that's the word of the week. Make sure you go get your AEW tickets because they're going to be coming around the corner. Show what's up. I mean, I got mine I'm going to Double or Nothing. I am going to the Forum, and I am going to the
Ontario?
Ontario
Hey,
show.
there you
So
go.
got all the tickets out there supporting. And I will say, just go out and support a lucha show. They're fun. You don't have to like them. You don't have to know anything
You
about them.
will like
You
'em.
will.
Well, you will.
Yeah,
You will
for
fall
sure.
in love.
Just be open.
Yes.
You're gonna fall in love with the stuff. I've been going out to Crash out in TJ.
Oh, wow.
Holy
you
fuck.
can and here in like the LA area, you can literally throw a rock
Yes.
and hit a lucha show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
There's a
get,
lot of
you,
it
get
going
the,
on.
you get the best of the Americans and you get the best of the Mexicans all mixed up in
Yeah,
like San Diego
totally.
and LA. It's wonderful. Like
so many good shows.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because if you find a wrestler that you love and then you follow like a band, you follow them no matter where they go. They come
Also,
across
it's the same
awesome
thing.
matches.
It applies.
Yes.
Awesome matches across the board that don't always get televised. So
Yes.
go to a house show.
Like
Go.
a band. Do
Yeah.
you guys have merch? I mean,
We
you guys
do,
sell merch?
yes.
So where can we get some PP Ray merch?
Live at live events, you can pick up PP Ray merchandise. You can also reach out to me on social media, and I will make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, DM me, Twitter, and Instagram will make it happen.
And what are those socials?
I'm on Twitter at Pavalon and on Instagram at PPA All Day. I also have a website at peteravalon.com.
That's right. Get
Yeah.
you some.
Get you some.
And you can find me on Twitter at Ray Rosas, and on Instagram as other Ray Rosas. Because of the guy that there's a guy that took
Fuck
Ray
that
Rosas.
first Ray Rosas.
Do we have to go fuck
There's
up the
another
other
Ray
Ray
Rosas.
I've been meaning to
Rosas?
contact him and just like, hey, let me have Ray Rosas.
Yeah, give it to me.
man.
Say, don't be a jerk.
But
Yeah,
since
it's like,
I couldn't get that Ray Rosas, I'm the other Ray Rosas, the one that drinks and wrestles in parties.
What is he? What is that Ray Rosas post? What is he?
I don't even know. He's an older
Family stuff.
overweight guy. I just I haven't checked it in a while. Hopefully, every like
He's
at
like,
least
I'm about to go mow the lawn.
Every
or some
couple,
shit.
but believe me, every couple months I do try to change it back, and it doesn't happen.
Just
but
to check, just in case he died or
just to check, yeah, see if you changed it. But that Ray Rosas on Instagram, please, just let it go.
Just let it go, bro.
Just let me have
Just let
it
it go.
because
You're
I'm
too old for Instagram.
Yeah, you told me he is.
Yeah.
No offense, but you are.
Yeah, man.
Too old, bro. Give it up.
I need that handle.
Yeah.
Let me have that handle.
Let him get a handle.
Don't be a dick, Ray.
But don't harass him, please.
Okay.
I was going to say go spam him or
No,
something.
don't harass him.
Don't dox him.
Don't spam him.
I did not tell you to.
Yeah.
But if you do it.
But if you spam him, you know what's up.
Give that shit up and make sure you go buy a Ppray shirt, Peter Avalon shirt, Ray Rosas, whatever these guys got, thongas and shit. Buy it.
Ooh,
fucking.
we should sell thongs.
Do you not sell thongs?
Like banana hammocks for sure.
We had
banana
pink towels that everybody really liked. Our pink towels. We had a set of pink towels, and those sold. Yeah, little rally towels, and they just had our fucking faces on them, and they sold really well. They
not even the
them.
best parts of our body, but
Yeah,
faces.
yeah.
It's time for a second run.
We might have to get more towels.
I think a new shirt should be your guys' own banana hammocks with PP and Ray coming together.
Perfect.
Oh, like facing each other, like face off, but like it's like the junk.
Yeah. By the way, our
with
new
Zack's face in the middle. Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
By the way, our new super fan out there, Taco Man, he took his shirt off too.
Hell
So
Yeah, for Taco Man.
Taco Man's getting erotic at home by
Pictures
himself.
are your lying.
That's right. Nipples out.
Pictures are your lying.
Yeah,
There we go. Thank you. Make sure you go support these guys. Go to Lucha Vavum. Go to the Michelada Rumble. Go to any shows that these guys are on. Come out, support. Buy a fucking shirt.
Just come.
Buy. Just come. Just come all over. Just do it. Just
Not
come.
on me.
Not on you?
Just come.
Just come.
Not on me.
Wear a condom.
Oh.
Easy.
Easy
cleanup.
Hey, better save the
If
song.
you wear a mask, wear a fucking condom.
Did you have your condom on, Zach, right now?
No.
I always keep mine on, bro. I always have mine on. It dries out from time to time, but I always have mine on.
Just turn it inside out. Just turn it inside out. You'll be okay.
You pee in it, right? You usually pee in it.
What?
You used to pee in it.
You gotta lubricate it. You gotta sanitize it. You use a nerd to sanitize
I just put hand sanitizer on
You pee
it.
in it, and you look like a little balloon. You throw it in.
Ray, I think you need to talk to Peter about that.
No, we're not peeing in these things. What are they for?
It's a pig glove.
It's a pig glove. On that note, pig glove out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that how we went out?
The music. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Initiating shutdown sequence. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
This show may cause birth defects and/or cancer. Void where prohibited in the Southern United States. Official sponsor of the Special Olympics. Not really. 2% financing available for nothing. See your official Toyota dealer for recall as penalty for not buying American. This show may cause massive amounts of marijuana consumption. This show has been a joint venture of cockballs and ass. Free salad tossing available upon request. Visit robertreese.com. Sexual relations among cousins is not incest.
Thank you.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.